courtiers in Rome and spoke with Mr Mura about the atmosphere given all the economic concerns.
For Australian firms leaving Australia, it depends if it's the first international experience or a later experience. There's always a difference in every economy, and that's something that Australians have to get used to when they leave Australia. And then when they get to Italy, there is the particulars of this economy. You know, Italians do things in a different way. The Business Network's logo is a map of Australia that was done for the World Expo in Paris in 1750, and they didn't even know how Australia was shaped. You know, this city's been here for 2,750 plus years, you know, and that just makes a huge difference in terms of the expectations, the timing. Every time I turn on my phone, I have a little tag which says that time is on their side. They don't have the same expectations that we do to do things in a fast fashion, and therefore, you know, it takes a little while to get used to these things. But
what I've read about doing business in Italy is that the market, in terms of exporters, the market is temperamental and difficult. And I also read of a global ranking that put Italy as 133rd in the world as the best place to do business. In other words, it's not a great place to do business. Now, what is your response to that? What do you see here?
Well, sometimes those indicators are based upon certain criteria, and those criteria, if those criteria are relevant to what you're going to be doing business with, you know, probably you need to take heed of those. But often for somebody to do business, their business is in a particular sector. You need to look at that sector, that industry, see what the regulations are in relation to that. And often the risk-reward in Italy, compared to some places where people go to get extra, you know, return on their investment, is very good.
But why would Australian businesses be interested in setting up here at all? We can see that the economy is in big trouble. Austerity measures now coming through after that was passed through the Parliament on the weekend. Political uncertainty. What is attractive about Italy as an investment destination? Who is going to do well here?
Well, it's always an economy which is 3 times the size of Australia's economy, and therefore there's a lot of activity going on. There's a lot of money turning over in this economy, a lot of business happening. You know, its debt is 120% of its GDP, but that is such a huge figure because it's got a big GDP. With this huge GDP and huge amounts of money that's going around doing different things, if your industry is one that both has a little bit less complications than some other industry, probably you'll find the market here is quite big. And in particular, if we consider that Australia, its main exports are raw materials, whereas Italy has no raw materials or very few raw materials, yet manages to sell 5 billion of goods to Australia, manufactured goods, goods that have got a lot of value added, whereas Australia gets to sell 1 billion of raw materials to Italy and other things, but, you know, there is a huge disparity. It probably is an opportunity for Australian companies who come and do business here to take advantage of some of that human capital that exists here. Human capital which is able to, which by necessity has to convert things, has to invent things, has to create things, you know, and Italians will always complain to you that, you know, the universities don't work and things don't work, but necessity is the mother of all invention, they say, and the Italians manage to design, produce innovative manufacturing goods, so, you know, they survive.
Coming up, we'll head back to